South Korea stands as a model of democracy and economic success in East Asia. Known for its vibrant culture, technological innovation, and a high standard of living, the nation has made significant progress since the authoritarian rule that ended in the late 20th century. However, beneath this image lies a range of human rights challenges that reveal the complexities of its societal and institutional framework. Freedom of speech and assembly are guaranteed by the South Korean constitution, yet in practice they face limitations. Protests, especially those addressing labor conditions, environmental concerns, or political dissent, have been met with excessive police force. In 2020, the demonstrators advocating for fair labor rights reported injuries during clashes with law enforcement. Labor unions and activists have long criticized the government for failing to ensure their right to peaceful assembly without intimidation or violence. Journalistic freedom, another cornerstone of democracy, has also faced challenges. South Korea ranks high in global press freedom, yet defamation laws are also frequently weaponized against journalists and media organizations. Investigative reporters who expose corruption or criticize powerful institutions risk lawsuits, hefty fines, and in some cases imprisonment. This legal environment has created a culture of self-censorship, undermining the role of media in holding the power to account. Migrant workers who form the backbone of South Korea's agriculture, fisheries, and manufacturing sectors face systemic exploitation. These workers, primarily from Southeast Asia, are often tied to their employers under the employment permit system, which restricts their ability to change jobs. Reports of wage theft, physical abuse, and unsafe working conditions are rampant. In 2020, a Cambodian migrant worker froze to death in her greenhouse accommodation, highlighting the appalling living conditions that many endure. While the tragedy prompted some policy discussions, significant changes to protect migrant workers remain elusive. South Korea's criminal justice system has been criticized for its harsh treatment of detainees and its failure to prioritize rehabilitation over punishment. Solitary confinement and overcrowded prisons are persistent problems. In 2014, the suicide of an inmate brought attention to the lack of mental health support within the system. Human rights organizations have called for comprehensive reforms, but progress has been slow and the system remains under scrutiny. The LGBTQ community in South Korea faces systemic discrimination and societal stigma. Same-sex marriage is not recognized and the LGBTQ individuals are often excluded from anti-discrimination protections in workplaces and schools. Despite these challenges, there have been notable signs of progress. In 2021, the government introduced a revised labor law to address the wage theft and improve the working conditions for the subcontracted and temporary workers. Young generations are also advocating for LGBTQ rights, gender equality, and environmental reforms. South Korea's journey towards human rights is a story of resilience, progress, and an ongoing struggle. The nation's democratic foundations provide the framework for reform, but it is up to the activists, policymakers, and the society at large to address the systematic challenges. As South Korea continues to evolve, it faces the difficulty but necessary task of ensuring that all its citizens, those who contribute to its economy, culture, are treated with dignity and respect.